Hey, it's been quite a busy weekend, quite a productive weekend. Managed to get quite a lot of stuff done, although no kind of real direction just now. I think the next big thing for me in the garden is going to be the chicken run that I'm going to build in October, hopefully. So yeah, just bits and pieces. So I'm taking a wee donder ahead of the horticultural show later today. Well, in about half an hour really. It's a choo-choo. To go and have a look at the plant market that's nearby. Because quite fancy getting a couple of fruit trees for the back of the garden. So the best time to plant a tree is 5 years ago, and the second best time is today. So I'm going to have a look and see what they've got. Ashley won't eat the brambles, but I've already stopped like 3 or 4 times to get fresh brambles on the way to the market. Being joined by my assistant today. It's very rare I get to take her to garden centres if it's not Dobby's.
Plant market has no coffee and no cake.
Plant market doesn't have a cafe.
Also, there are no cacti here.
There are no cacti here.
There are no spiky babies.
So we had a wee look around, and there's a lot of nice plants. They have like a lot of late season veg as well, which kind of surprised me. I didn't expect there to be so many kind of vegetables and whatnot at this point in the year.
I saw none of these things. All I saw were cabbage.
Ornamental cabbages.
Ornamental cabbage.
And
keith.
But I'm probably going to swing by tomorrow with the car. Yeah, I'll have a wee think about it and then swing back tomorrow. Maybe pick up a few things. But now onwards to the horticulture show and lunch. Couldn't resist. Because I am greedy. Ashley, go stand over next to those carrots.
For skill. So I put my hands there for skill.
Yeah. Thanks. Just a flying visit this year to the horticultural show. Lots of bonny flowers on display as always. And our neighbours one of our neighbours won best wine, best cider. Can agree, cider is on point. Now heading back because I want to get my own garden in order. The danger I have with my tomatoes just now is it's starting to get kind of cold in here and they are still not turning. So I'm going to do a fair bit of pruning, particularly on the tops today. See if I can remove a lot of the growth and then just shock them perhaps. I'll probably take off smaller ones that are not going to mature in time as well, because then it just reduces the energy that's being spent on smaller fruits. So here is the pile that made the cup. It's fairly indiscriminate. There's like a lot of like smaller tomatoes on there, but it was maybe branches that were like taking up a lot of space that only had a single tomato. And here is the trimmed bush. So you can like immediately see it looks like there's an abundance of fruit, but really it's just because there's like less leaves. And these might turn, they might not. I might have just messed everything up, but we'll see. It's a little further away from the edges of the greenhouse as well, which means I'm not going to get mold on my leaves, because that's gross. Cool, I think it's time to pick some peppers. Look so sparse. All of the trimmings are in my compost bin, which is steadily starting to fill up, which will be good come next year when I need compost. Let's see. There's plenty of red ones. These are just snack peppers, so they won't get much bigger. Just try doing this whilst holding a phone. It's as well that I pick these now while they're ready. Oh, hello.
Oh, I thought you were talking to yourself.
I was talking to the internet.
I thought I'd come check in.
Pecking some snack peppers.
Peppers!
It's hard to pick a pepper and post a picture. There's one more and I want it. Because otherwise, the bugs will get it. They're not bad. It's not a bad little haul. 4 really hot bananas. Jalapeno. I think these ones, because they've been growing for a long time, I think they're about as big as they're going to get. Ah. How do you do it, YouTube? How do you make a video and have full mobility of both your hands? Ooh. Jalapenos. That is, in my opinion, not a bad little haul. Like, that's all really fresh. Little cayenne pepper. Now I need to figure out what I'm going to do with them before I just munch them. Pardon me, taking my shoes off for a second because they are caked in mud. So yeah, kind of trying to level out this section. This is where I'm going to build my chicken run. So it's a decent space. It's about 2.5 meters by 180 centimeters. It's my wee helper there, just enjoying the sun. It's not a massive garden, but like, I'm going to try and make as much use of the available space as I can. So I've essentially this was just a dirt pile before. It was where I dumped all my my weeds and leftover cuttings from the grass and whatever. But I've used a couple of bits of wood just as backstops, and a couple of fence planks. In this case, at the front, I've used leftover cement blocks that were cut to size, and that's just to kind of form the dirt that will be the platform for the chicken run. So there's a few divots. This isn't like perfect at the moment, so I've got some other bits of dirt and clay in the garden I'll use to fill this in, and hopefully we're going to start building this next month. I suppose there is one last thing. Fishies! They have been eating at least. I still don't have names for them. So there you go. That completes the first part of my aquaponics setup. It actually has fish in it now. Yeah, and I guess it's just a case of see where it goes from here. Bye. It's a gross evening and I do not want to go outside to put the lights off. Hey Siri, turn off my greenhouse lights.
I've sent the request.